Welcome, you guys. So my name is Paige. This is Dr. Alex. We host the Happy, Healthy, Strong podcast, but we are also hosting an in-person seminar, and it's going to be all about colds and flus and how to fight that naturally. So I wanted to just ask Dr. Alex a couple questions. So first of all, why did we pick the topic cold and flu?
Yeah, great question. So we are just at the beginning of February, so coming up towards the end of winter, but really now in the past couple of months, it's just been what most people call cold and flu season, right? So there's people that are dealing with all kind of upper respiratory viruses, ear infections in kids, influenza influenza A has been the big one this year. So just a lot of people that are struggling with, sicknesses that they're always asking me questions. How do I not struggle with sicknesses?
Right.
So
it's heightened right now, but it also lasts all year long.
Yeah. So just wanted to kind of be able to educate people on how they fight colds and flus specifically. So the common cold is just the most common virus that across the world that people encounter. And then there's, just in the United States alone, there's over 3 million cases of flu every single year. So everybody gets exposed to it. Everybody wants to know how to not be sick. So that's what we're going to talk about.
Awesome. And if you guys are podcast listeners, you may know that we just did 2 podcast episodes about immune system. So how is this in-person seminar going to be different from that?
Yeah. So it'll be different primarily. So there'll obviously be a visual with it, right? It's going to be a PowerPoint presentation. Just some statistics that we'll be going through that it'll be important for people to see. We're going to kind of talk about the differences in cold and flu. What to kind of look for to know if it is a cold, if it is a flu, how serious it can be. So just getting into more depth than what we got into in the short podcast shows that we did. But also the biggest thing, of course, is everybody's going to be exposed to these things. We're going to go into depth on how you can kind of build up your immune system so that you have the best way of fighting these things off.
Yeah, perfect. And then why should people come?
Yeah, so I think there's probably 3 reasons that I would say, especially for people who are podcast listeners. We are trying to do something with our podcast audience, really trying to build a community, right? We want to, obviously we would love it if people across the world would listen and benefit from what we do, but we're really trying to help people locally here in the Quad Cities. So we have been trying to do something once a month just to get people together so that they can have a community of people that they're on the same page with, all trying to go after the same thing, which is building health. So it's just a kind of a community building thing. So that would be the first thing that I would say is a good reason to come. Get around other people that are trying to live the same way that you're trying to live. The second thing would just be, I found the people that are able to be the healthiest are the ones that are the most educated on health. So the ones that are always reading books, they're reading articles, or listening to podcasts. So if you're coming to seminars like we're going to do with this cold and flu thing, you're going to be learning. So if you're always learning, you're going to have a better chance of success when it comes to health. And then the last one I would say is, just like you know people that are going to be struggling with the same things that you're struggling with when it comes to health. So this is an opportunity to bring somebody who maybe doesn't listen to the podcast or isn't as proactive about their health. Here's a good way of getting somebody else involved, getting them kind of to join the journey with you to start learning more about health and getting themselves and their family healthier.
Perfect. Well, we are going to probably have snacks, so if you need a reason to convince somebody to come, we are super excited to have all of you guys here. It's going to be here at New City Fitness in Davenport. I'm shivering right now, so dress warm.
We'll make sure we turn the heat up.
But January 20th, which is a Monday night at 6:30 p.m. We look forward to seeing you guys here.
Awesome.